Jesse's a friend.
Hi guys, today we're going to take a quick look at Hot Tub Time Machine 2 starring Rob Corddry, Craig Robinson, Clark Duke, Adam Scott, and a quick cameo from Chevy Chase. It was directed by Steven Pink. Let me start off by saying that I was a big fan of the first movie, had low expectations going into it, but found myself laughing throughout the whole movie, and I got caught up in the storyline, loved John Cusack, and the actors around him created a great supporting cast. Flash forward to this movie, and we have no John Cusack, and we have a supporting cast trying to pull off the lead roles. The movie basically takes place a couple years after the first one finished, and Lou is still a multi-millionaire. The Nick character has become famous for his singing. The non-existent John Cusack character is a famous writer who's AWOL apparently, and the Jacob character is still playing the abused nerdy son. The movie basically revolves around the Lou character getting into some fatal trouble, and of course they need to use the time machine again, and from there they go on a number of different shenanigans to right some things that were wronged in the original time frame, because they do go into the future in this particular movie. And in terms of storyline, that pretty well sums it up. There's not a lot to go over. If you're looking for meat on the bone in this movie, you're going to be sorely disappointed. This movie gets an empty hot dog bun for me, just because it sets you up for a bit of excitement because the first one was so good, and it leaves you with basically nothing. The storyline is very vague. It's pretty obvious what's going to happen in the movie, and the comedic scenes are just driven by one-liners and awkward banter. I mean, at least with the first one, you have a storyline with John Cusack and the one he thought that got away and what he learned by meeting her again, and then he met that reporter, and there was some sort of storyline to follow and maybe even have a connection to from your own past and from your own teenage adolescence, whereas this one was just a few goofy adults saying one-liners and playing gags on each other. And in terms of believability, any movie that deals with time travel is going to require a good dose of Kool-Aid. Of course, this one really goes off the hook and you need to drink the full glass. Of course, in a comedy you can live with very little meat on the bone because all you want to do is laugh. Rating this one on the laughing gauge simply just doesn't measure up. I rate it as the odd chuckle. You're only going to laugh in this movie if you like a particular one line, or if you like the proverbial awkwardness of homophobia comedy, which I think by now is getting pretty old. The movie relies heavily on Rob Corddry's ability to just be completely wacky. Bam! Shotgun to the dick! And Craig Robinson's ability to be matter-of-factly dismissive.
Great White Buffalo, Great White Buffalo, Great White Buffalo.
Now this formula works if you have a central character like John Cusack who plays the matter-of-fact role very well. These other characters can come in and help the scene out. But without a central character like John Cusack, these roles just look like flapping wings with no head. Overall rating for this movie is pretty simple. Don't bother. It's a major disappointment, especially if you like the first one. Don't taint it by watching this one. As always, guys, I want to hear what you have to say. And speaking of really good one-liners, what's your favorite one-liner movie of all time? Don't forget to like or subscribe. See you again next time.